Hi everyone. So this video is about the 5 reasons why you might be sounding bad as a beginner violinist. Now this has nothing to do with practice, because that's a whole nother reason why you can be sounding bad. But this has more to do with what it is that you're physically doing on your violin that's giving you a bad sound. So one of the most common bad sounds is this one. So whenever you hear this, whenever you hear that grinding sound at the very beginning of the notes, it happens at the very beginning of the notes, but it can happen for the entire note. And whenever you hear that, you need to remember that that happens when you press too hard with the right hand bow. When the right hand presses too hard on the string, you get that sound. So what you need to do is not press at all. This hand just literally moves on the string. So what I'm going to show you right now is I'm holding the bow like this. I'm just going to move the bow. And it's giving me a good sound without having to press down on it, giving us that bad sound. That's the number one reason. Number two reason why you might sound bad is this one. And that happens when you're accidentally playing a string that you're not supposed to be playing. Remember, the bow only plays one string at a time. Whether you're on the A string and then you go to the D string, it only plays one string at the same time. So whenever it is that you should be on the E string, but you're accidentally touching the A string, you hear both strings at the same time. So what you need to do is you need to put your eyes right here on the string where the bow goes and make sure that you're not touching the A string. Unless you should be playing on the A string. But then you got to be careful not to touch the D string or the E string. You only should be playing one string at a time. That's number two. Number three happens when you're playing like this. And this one is more obvious. You can see that my bow is not straight, and that's what's giving me the weird sound. So whether it's not straight this way or not straight this way, which is more rare. Okay, and how beginner students would do is they'll start off maybe straight, but then by the end they'll do this. And it's more like a rocking motion. You don't want to do this. You get a bad sound because of that. So always straight bow. When us violin teachers say straight bow, that means parallel is the correct word to the bridge. So this part right here is the bridge. And you want your bow to be parallel, like two train tracks that never cross. That's how you want your bridge and your bow to be, two train tracks that never cross. And you play with the straight bow, you'll get a better sound. Number four reason why you get funny sounds out of your violin is if you're doing this. So that whistling sound happens when you are too close to the bridge. So my advice is to play right in the middle of the bridge and the fingerboard, right in the middle right there. This part is called the fingerboard. Memorize that. This is the bridge. Right exactly in the middle is the sweet spot to put your bow. If you go too close to the bridge, you know, and most of the time you'll come in and out, and you'll get a good sound, and then you'll not get a good sound. Good sound, not a good sound. Not a good sound, Good sound, because you'll be coming in and out. Stay in that track as best as you can while still playing with the straight bow. So don't move your bow this way that much, or this way or this way. Stay in the middle. That's number 4. The last reason, number 5, why you sound funny is when you play like this. Those of you watching the video, it's not so obvious what I am doing, but that happens when this hand, the left hand, is not pressing down on the strings. You should be pressing down on the strings and not just touching them. Touching them is not enough. So here's my third finger just touching the E string. Get a whistle sound. And then I'm going to start pressing down on the finger. And you can hear the sound comes to life, right? It's a whistling sound, and then when I press hard enough, you get a good sound. So your fingers, this is rare, but it does happen in some students, is that they'll be playing, and what's wrong? I need rosin. I think I need rosin. Rosin. No, you don't need rosin. You need to make sure you check all of those 5 reasons why you sound bad. It'll be one of those 3 reasons, and in this case, it's this hand not pressing hard enough on the string. You need to push down on the string so that it makes a good noise. Those are the 5 reasons why you might sound a little bit funny.